The mentality of the paper traders in silver has always been far different from the people investing in physical silver coins and the small 1 ounce bars. The paper traders are constantly thinking about the economy and not thinking about how many people are buying actual physical silver. It looks like silver prices again, they fell. This is about an article from maybe 4 or 5 days ago. Silver prices fell as fears of the European recession and anticipation of slowing Chinese demand mounted. So people look at that or trading silver and they say, well, the Chinese aren't going to need enough. They're not going to use it for their industry, so the price is going to drop. But in the meantime, the Chinese government is telling its citizens to buy silver, so the demand is actually going up in reality. I find this very interesting. I know it's been said so many times, but I have to think about what's going on. I look at this Gainesville Coins. It's a very popular vendor in silver coins. Now the results for silver coins, there's less showing up. There's 105 results for 1 ounce silver coins. Still, there's many of them out of stock completely. Some of the private mints are available near the spot price, but many coins are. This is another good private mint, the Buffalo. But many coins are carrying a high premium. But why do coins carry a high premium? Because they are rare. Just want to put it simple. And sometimes it's placed to think simplistic, because when you're looking at some of these coins that are $100 or $99, it's because they're either not too many of them are issued, or there's a little more labor that go into colorizing a coin. But most of it is because they're rare. It's not so much that the extra value-added labor is commanding a double price or more or triple price on silver coin. It's the fact that it's a collector. Well, it's going to come out, I'll guarantee you, it's going to come out that even these buffaloes or something are going to wind up being rare, because the demand for silver is, the physical demand for silver is just going up. And there's another thing to look at. A Chinese slowdown will mean that copper prices are going to drop. And since copper is very much tied to the industry, and copper is, you call it Dr. Copper. Dr. Copper tells how the economy is going in general, because copper prices up means that the economy is robust. Well, if they think there's a slowdown in China, copper prices are going to drop, which means that as they drop, there's going to be far less silver production, because most of the mines for silver that silver come out of are actually primarily copper mines. There's a couple mines, I think, in Bolivia that are purely silver mines, but sometimes it's important to take the time to review carefully, some of the most simple things that are going on. Paper traders, maybe the spot price is going to stay down. I could almost see that this spot price is not going to go up that much this year, but I think the coins are going to go up. That's what I'm thinking. I looked at this year last, what happened. We had the big smackdown at the end of April into early May with the 5 margin rate increases. Gold took a hike over here in August when they downgraded the debt in the United States, so silver went up correspondingly along with gold somewhat. It got a boost here, and then all of a sudden they smacked down all the metals again at the end of September. But what's happening since then is most of these smackdowns in silver are tied with the euro being smacked down. Now, what would happen if the euro went 1-to-1 to the dollar? Not that I think it's going to. Would silver go way down? The way I look at it, if silver went down that much more on spot price, I think when you look at Gainesville coins, there's going to be a waiting period to get even these private mint coins. And there's going to be a lot more out of stock. And I think there's going to be a lot more premiums being added on these coins. So the silver spot price is going to start turning out to be a bunch of irrelevant BS. And it's not quite there yet. It's kind of getting there a little bit because some of the coins are separating from spot price by quite a healthy margin. But as far as the regular mints, the private mints, I think that's going to start coming about too, and that's where we might see some explosive prices in silver, because the paper traders, they're making wrong assumptions, or maybe they're not making wrong assumptions because they're trading an electronic price. So I mean, they have to go by how the market's going to react to supply and demand perceived on industrial supply and demand. But I almost think it is whole game is like the wage and price control scenario. And simply put, they don't work because price ceilings, which prevent price from exceeding a certain maximum, always cause shortages. You're either going to have to wait for the product, or there's going to be a premium on a product. So, as I think I like Gainesville coins because I think they're reliable. But I think at one point in time, there's going to be a serious weight, or actually a serious coin premium put on even the cheapest coins out there that are close to spot right now. I think that this next year we're going to see some more of the same type of shenanigans, where we see silver creeping up to maybe $50 an ounce, and they will slam it down. Now, I don't know if they'll be able to slam it down this hard, but they're going to attempt to. You got to go by what the powers that be have been trying to do all along. You got to expect there's going to be more of the same. But considering that, if there's more fears of sovereign debt crises, or more downgrading of banks and more downgrading of debt, I think that's almost a given. There is going to be more downgrading of banks, including Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan. They'll be downgraded. More downgrading of debt. Now, the paper traders can look and say, oh, there's a slowdown. The price of silver is going down, while people are buying up coins for safety. So I think your coins itself are probably going to start going up in value, and you look at this spot price, and it's going to be irrelevant. Or it's going to be relevant as far as the price is spot plus $20 or whatever. I think that's what's going to occur. I think that some of these things have been predicted about spot price and physical price of silver separating. I think that is going to come about and be reality in 2012 if they play the same game again. And they probably can. The powers that be are very strong. If you're going to if you had several million people more in the United States buying just a few ounces of silver, those supplies that you see online that are in the private mints, they would be out. And they wouldn't be able to keep up with production, and they'd be charging a premium. I mean, if I was in business selling coins, and I had 50,000 coins available for sale, and I had 150,000 buyers, do you think I would raise the premium on that? Of course I would. It works the same in any business. It's as if you own an apartment building. Do you want to have 100% full? No. You really want to put it around 90-95% full. You want to have the price as high as possible, that there will be some vacancies. Just a few. So that's if the coin sellers are to start wising up and to start charging more premiums for the coins if the demand is that high. And I think they will. They'll tack on a little bit more here and there. I personally, if I was a coin dealer, I'd be doing it. And considering, well, I'm talking like you're probably going to have way more buyers than the product available. And I'd be saying, if there's that many buyers that have to have it, you will increase the price. So what I'm thinking is, when this coming year of 2012, we're going to see a lot of slam downs in silver again. I expect the same type of deal to happen, but I don't think the coins are going to be around as easy. That's probably going to be the curveball that's going to come up. That's going to be totally different than the previous years. And I've known that this has been said for many years, but I think the reality will probably be hitting this year. If they drive the price of silver from, they go up from 50 and they drive it down to 35, that's where we're going to see coin premiums up there. And I don't think that's going to be a little bit of a theory. I think it's going to be reality. So do expect the prices spot and physical silver to separate in 2012. I'm betting on that.